Today we're reviewing the Ghost Pepper Whopper sandwich with two people that make the best burger in Florida, Hard Pressed Burgers. We're also gonna talk about what makes a perfect burger, and is it Burger King? Is Burger King back? We'll have the full review at the end, but let's get right into it. The Burger King Ghost Pepper Whopper. It is a 1/4 pound flame grilled beef patty, melty ghost pepper cheese, bacon, crispy jalapenos, and queso sauce. Oh, that is so orange. That's ridiculously orange. Look at that.
I think it's just as orange as the cheese is. You can't even tell the difference.
I feel like this is all natural. There's definitely no artificial ingredients whatsoever.
There's definitely a little kick that comes to it, just like a small one.
There's some spice, but like a little dry. Thought there would be more queso sauce. Okay, hard pressed burgers. What is hard pressed? What kind of burger do you make? Take us through the entire process.
Hard pressed is it's based off of a Oklahoma style smashburger. Usually a smaller patty, 2.5 ounces. Ours is a little bit bigger than that. Raw onions are smashed into the burger. The best way to do is to not use any oil on your flat top. What you're trying to do is get the Maillard effect to kick in. We have a higher fat percentage on our burgers. So when you smash the burger into the grill, the fat renders out. Get like really nice crispy laced edges. Onions kind of cook down into it. You're really trying to get your first side nice and crispy and smashed. Flip it over for a second, throw your cheese on long enough to get it melted. And then after that, it's super simple. It's gonna be garlic aioli, American cheese, pickles that we make ourselves, and then Martin's potato rolls.
Break down the meat, like what cuts go into it, and if you're allowed to share.
Yeah, we can definitely share. So we grind our own beef. Right now it's a blend of chuck, brisket, and short rib. So
I would say there is definitely a certain fat percentage we have to reach. Ultimately, what we're trying to create, what we call in the burger world, is your lace. And the lace is what the crispy edges is around. It's pretty much the skirt that you're going to need that makes our burger a little different. Like, it's crispy. A lot of people think a smash burger is, dry, well done stuff, but the blend that we did make sure that the meat itself gets crispy, what we call the lace, but when you also bite into it, it's not a dry burger. As long as your blend is good and you cook it right and you have the right sear, then the burger is going to be nice, crispy, and juicy. What's
the best cheese to put on a burger?
To me, it all depends on preference. One of my most favorite cheese is a pepper jack, only because it's creamy, but it's also spicy at the same time. Good. Although we don't put it on our smash burger, but I do love me a pepper jack sliced cheese.
Pepper jack is also my choice. By far the best cheese.
I think it depends on the kind, like what kind of burger are you talking about?
I want your top 3 cheeses. Doesn't matter the burger.
If it's like a backyard burger, American. If it's like any relatively normal burger in like a diner setting, cheddar. If it's a burger I'm making at home, I kind of have like a special burger I make, and it's goat cheese. So
the goat.
The goat, dude.
Let's really break down this burger. I'm going to give it another bite. For the record, I haven't had Burger King. I think I was counting it. It might be 15 years. Because
you're one of the lucky ones.
When I choose fast food, regardless of what this YouTube channel looks like, I'm not always eating fast food. I don't even like fast food that much. You have your limited options. You have McDonald's, Culver's, Freddy's, Shake Shack, In-N-Out, Five Guys. It's not a top option. It just isn't. And I've heard there's rumors that BK is back. We will determine that at the end of this episode. But let's go through this burger. Okay, Eddie, walk me through your thoughts. Where are you at on this orange monstrosity going on here?
I feel like the bun is a little weird. The bun's a little dry for sure. Bacon is good. I think first 2 bites, I was like, all right, the ghost pepper, it doesn't really stick too much, but I think after about like 3 or 4 bites, it's like more of like a lingering heat. Like I can still feel it now. So I do respect like the heat level on it. Could be hotter to be for spooky season. Boop. It's not bad. I mean, it's not great either. McDonald's isn't doing any orange and black burger buns, so you get points for festivity from me.
You definitely tasted cheese on the forefront. And as far as the spice, like I said when I was first talking, it wasn't there, but it's definitely a lingering thing. Now, if it's like a habanero, I would expect to be sweating my ass off and really chugging a beer. But on a Scoville scale, I'll probably give it like a 5 out of 10. It's pretty spicy. But what it's really missing, I feel like, it needs more sauce. One of the firm believer I'm in with burgers is the sauce. If you don't have a sauce, then you just have a dry burger.
The queso sauce has evaporated in this desert heat climate. All right, Ghost Pepper Whopper. First of all, The meat is absolute garbage. If this was like a meat ranking, this is like cafeteria gray, no like char. Burger King's supposed to have flames when it's on like this conveyor belt hitting the burger. No, now it's like microwaved. But I am so impressed with one, the bun. I know I just took off 2 months of my life eating the bun. Impressed with that. The crispy jalapenos, actually crispy. It's nice. The bacon, I think bacon is extremely overrated on a burger. It's very hard to get right, but this is super crispy. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for liking crispy bacon, but on a fast food burger, I think it needs to be crispy to have some sort of texture. Otherwise, it's just flaccid, limpy, disgusting, sad. So I think the crispiness on this one is a good addition. The cheese is whatever. I don't know where this queso sauce is, but like if the meat was actually of any quality, we'd have something going here. Fries, bonus review of the fries, possibly the worst fast food fry. It's just disgusting. And then the chicken fries. I love odd-shaped chicken things. The White Castle is disgusting, but the chicken ring is a fantastic innovation in fast food. I mean, these are just disgusting. What's going on in the bottom of these buns? Hold up your bun.
They seem like small roaches on there.
There's like stitches on the buns. It's like Frankenstein little stitches.
Burger was pieced together.
Woo! Let's give it some scores. Final thoughts. Let's start with Eddie. Out of 5.
Out of 5. All right. Compared to other fast food burgers
Burgers.
of all time. Oh,
All
dude.
time.
All right.
Every burger is unique. On the same scale. We are all equal.
I feel like if I'm comparing it to everything of all time, I have to give it like probably a 2, and that's probably being a little generous.
Very generous.
It's very generous.
This is the guy that makes one of the best burgers in the South.
I mean, whatever, dude. The bacon was crispy-ish. Like
Southern hospitality.
I mean, if it wasn't for the crispiness of like, you know, the bacon or the fried jalapenos, I'd literally give it like less than a 1, but I'll give it a 1.756. We'll round up from there.
These are solid scores. Is BK back? The ghost pepper is an admirable attempt at a burger. It's fun, colorful. You get a crown if you go to the restaurant. There's a lot of good things going on at Burger King. I like the crispiness of the jalapenos, the bacon, but the burger, it is just prison quality. What are we doing? It's very gray. There's no color. There's nothing. Out of 5, 1.88. BK's not back.